Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Transformational Soul. My name is Ruth Soltman, and I want to welcome you if you are here for the first time, if you're here for the 100th time. So grateful to have you here. We are streaming live on Rumble, X, BitChute, and YouTube. You may be watching this live, listening to it on one of our audio platforms, or you might be watching the replay. Any way that you want to watch it, whatever is convenient for you, we appreciate it. Hello, Maureen, Patty, Jill, and Roy watching over on Rumble. Glad you guys could be here. Just writing down your names. Let's see. Please hit the thumbs up, the like button. Please share the show information. Hello, Richard. Very grateful, for that, just helping us get the word out there. I want to invite you to check out my website, ruthsoltman.com. It's RUTH, S as in Sam, OL, T as in Tom, M as in Mary, A, N as in Nancy.com. And you can go to my website and you can find out information about my books, my oracle cards, and my services. So go and check that out if you haven't. And if you haven't set up an account on Telegram and joined our wonderful Goldylocks Productions group over there, please do so. So much amazing energy, so much information shared there. We share daily, sometimes hourly. It is by invitation only, and the link is posted in the show information. And there's also that nice little QR code up there on the screen. So come and join us over there. We have quite a few people over there in our group. Hi, Laura. Welcome. Glad you could be here. And, if you don't know, Goldylocks Productions has an online store where you can get some really great merchandise, as well as beautiful, beautiful oracle cards. They're called Energize, and they have messages from all of the show hosts. So you can get yourself a deck and, use them at home and get a message from any of us every day. If you feel moved to do so, you can give a tip or a donation via my Venmo or a Rumble rant on Rumble. Your tips and donations are gratefully appreciated. I want to wish a very happy birthday to Roy and to everyone celebrating a birthday this week. Roy celebrated his special day yesterday, so I hope you're all enjoying your special day. And let's send out some love, light, prayers, and healing to all those who are in need. Let's send a little bit our own way for ourselves as well. But let's especially remember Robin McGuire and her son, Carol Ann Carey's daughter, Carrie, and her sister, Jenny, Carol Ann's sister, Jenny, Maureen, Brandon, Jamie, Heidi, William, Tommy, Josh, Harley, Patty, Sarah and her family, Jamie, Patricia, Melissa Parks and her family, Devin, Jill, Roy, Laura and her husband, Tiffany, George, and their family, Carol, Susan, Bob, Joanne, and to all those who are in need or need a little bit extra right now. Hi, Kim. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. And remember to catch our shows, all week long. Goldylocks Productions is getting pretty busy. We have shows every evening, Sunday through Friday, and sometimes on Saturdays. And we will be having a show this Saturday, but I'm going to get to that in a few minutes. So most of you, that have been with us for a little while, you know our show schedule. But in case you're not familiar, we do have some new daytime shows. We have Laura Ramiro's show, Angels and Healing Light, is back. You may remember Laura. She was, with Goldylocks a while ago. And then, she left for a bit, and now she's back. And her shows, she does 2 Tuesdays a month at 4 p.m. Eastern. 4 p.m. Eastern. On Wednesdays at noon, at 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, Marcia has a new audio podcast. You call in and on the phone, and it's really awesome. It's called The Mile. And today's show, Lori Eichart was her special guest today. And as always, it was an amazing, amazing show. Now, tomorrow, we have Musical Life at 1 p.m. Eastern, and that's Alep's show. And then we have Soul Coaching with Joanne Leo at 4 p.m. So you've got some pretty big days here, pretty long. Alep is also giving a masterclass this Saturday at noon titled Fire Horse 2016. If that is of interest to you, then get yourself signed up. The cost is $35 per person. And if you haven't become a Goldylocks VIP, please do. Today we had the VIP show. It was awesome. And Tiffany shared some new cards that she got with all of us, and they were absolutely gorgeous. But, it doesn't cost much for the price of a cup of coffee a month. Not a day, not a week, but a month. You can be a VIP. Okay, Saturday we have the Spiritual Message Circle at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, wait a minute. Let's see here. Okay, Tiffany posted the link for the masterclass. Let's see, what was I saying now? Oh, the Spiritual Message Circle. And that's where, we have a bunch of show hosts, and we all give a message. And there's a cost for that show. And that one is $25. And whoever's on that night and available, you will get a message from them. We usually have at least 4 people. I don't remember ever doing it with just 3, but, I might not have been here then, or I might just not remember. So I have to say, this Fire Horse, intense energies. Are you guys feeling it? What are you guys experiencing? So it was Tuesday that the new moon started, and that's when the new Chinese New Year starts. So I looked it up, and that would be like 6 a.m., around 6 a.m. for me in Central Time. So that night, Monday night, I could not sleep. I was wide awake. I'm laying on my bed, trying to go to sleep. And all of a sudden, I felt this swirling energy right in my solar plexus. And it just swirled and swirled. And as it would kind of go around, it would get bigger and bigger and bigger until it was like, I guess, encompassing all of me. And I was like, this is pretty nice. This is some pretty nice energy. So I thought, well, I'm just going to bask in this for a while. And then the next thing I knew, it was morning. So I think some of that energy was coming in early. But have you guys experienced anything? I have been, a lot of times I get a lot of physical symptoms from the intense energy. This energy, the only issues I've been having are the head pressure, which I had it this morning, and then it went away. And then about 2 hours ago, it came back with a vengeance. Just my head, it feels like there's so much pressure. I've been doing a lot of sneezing, and feeling kind of unsteady sometimes, not really dizzy, not really losing my balance, just feeling just off, I guess you could say. So that's the only way I could kind of put it. But, I'd love to hear if you guys are experiencing anything. So as we came out of that snake energy, we had talked a lot about getting rid of, letting go, shedding all those things that we don't need anymore. And I know a lot of people have been doing that. And, don't feel like if you didn't finish or you weren't done yet, that because we're not in the year of the snake anymore, oh no, I can't do my healing now. No, that's not true. We can heal anytime. I've also noticed for a while now, and it seems to be getting more frequently, getting a lot of information just coming to me, but it's coming to me in fragments. I'm going to try and explain this, and hopefully you'll understand what I'm saying. It's like, I guess you could say maybe little thoughts, but let's say you took a mirror and just threw a hammer at it, and all those little fragments. Well, fragments over here, one's over there. That's what this feels like. Like when I think about it in my head, I feel like there's just pieces everywhere. So they don't make a whole lot of sense right now. But eventually they're all going to come together for a greater purpose, and they're going to make sense. And I know this because it's happened to me before. Now, when it's happened to me before, it's been like huge, I guess, maybe overwhelming, sometimes life-changing information, realizations, that if I got it all at once, it would be probably too much. So I get little fragments here and there. And then as they start to assimilate with me, they start to become clearer. And then some, like maybe two of the pieces will go together. Another piece over here might match up with another one, until eventually, after time, after my body absorbs it all, then my mind can make sense of it. So when we experience truth, think about this. Our spirit knows. Our spirit knows the truth. And our body reacts to it. Our physical body reacts to it. But it takes our human brain much longer to catch up and absorb the information. Now, you might be thinking, I don't get that. I don't understand. Think of a time you've had maybe a family crisis. Maybe someone had a heart attack, or someone suddenly transitioned. Okay, in our spirit, we know they're gone. And our body will react, we start shaking or feel like we're going to pass out. So our body is reacting to the truth. But it can take a long time for our brain to catch up and understand what really happened. Okay, sometimes it takes a while. And that's just normal because we're human. But when you feel truth in your body, you know what it feels like. Now, I know the year of the snake, was designed to help us shed, get rid of all this stuff that didn't belong to us, stuff that is no longer needed by us, used by us, benefited by us, stuff of other people's that we've been carrying around. And the energy of the snake was designed to assist us in doing that. But if you didn't clear everything, that's okay. We can heal at any time. That was just a time when the energies were really assisting us in that direction. Not that we're going to be fighting against the energies, no, because we have to come to healing in our own time. We can't, be pushed into it. We can't be talked into it. We can't be led into it. We have to come to it our own time. Okay. So I was thinking, this fire horse energy is very powerful. It's about moving forward, momentum, transformation. So it would make sense that a lot of healing is going to take place there too. So if you still need to get rid of some of that stuff that you're carrying around, then do it. Definitely do it. Because it's just going to make everything else that much easier for you. It's definitely an exciting year. The energy is going to be incredible. And we're all going to experience a lot of changes, a lot of transformation, a lot of no longer sitting back and saying, I want to do this, or I'd like to do that, or, I don't know, maybe I'll. No, we're going to actually get off our butts and we're going to do it. And this energy is going to assist us, is going to propel us into taking action. Okay. I think I missed something here in the messages. No, I can't figure out why I can't go back. Let's see. Yes, Tiffany's show is at 4 p.m. on Sundays now. I have to tell you, I like the 4 p.m. times. They work out really well for me. So I hope, as you come to changes in your life this year, and you transform different things in your life, I hope you will share that with all of us, because we're all here rooting for each other, because that's how it is. That's how it is. We're happy when you succeed. I'm very happy for you. I'm thrilled for you. So being in that energy of a bunch of people that feel that way, it's very powerful. Now, before the show, I picked a couple of cards. And hello, Samir. Had to look at that for a minute and see who that was. Samir. And one of the cards, it says rising above. I see only beauty and grace. And we really do need to rise above. There's so much chaos going on, out in the world. And we kind of have to remove ourselves from that energy. We have to rise above that energy. And one way to do that is to not engage in all the chaos and the BS and the negativity. And the other card that I got says, I thought this was so fitting. Change your life. And this is a message from Archangel Chamuel. It has the number 16 on it, or 7. And it says, a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. And I thought this was so cool because of this being the year of the fire horse, because that's exactly what's happening. Freedom, movement, freedom, breaking free of procrastination, because we've done that for the last year. We've sat around talking about what we are going to do and putting it off for this reason or putting it off for that reason. But now we're in forward motion, forward movement. Hi, Robin. So that's really awesome. And this forward motion and this getting off of our butts and taking action is going to create change in our lives. Change in our lives. So I thought that card was so cool when it popped out when I was shuffling right before the show. And no, you're going to see more things like that. More validation, more synchronicities. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to do a couple of messages. And if anyone has anything to share, just feel free to put it in the chat there. Okay. Now, this one deck that I am using is Archangel Power Tarot Cards. Now, I am not a tarot card reader, but I did use these a couple of weeks ago, and I guess it's been a few weeks now, and they have wonderful messages. I don't know, about the cups and the wands and all that stuff, but they have really good messages. And those are by Bradley Valentine. He was the one that worked with, can't think of her name now, but Doreen Virtue. And the other deck I have are the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. Just in case anybody wants to know. I always forget to tell you guys. Okay. Roy, I'm going to start with you. Since you're the birthday boy. Oh, that one flipped over. Just flipped right over. Oh, this is beautiful. It's a number 13. It's Archangel Azrael. And it says peace. Look at the beautiful, beautiful picture. Peace. Release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. That is beautiful. And you can't, you're not going to experience a lot of peace in your life if you're still living in the past or hanging on to the past. You have to let that go. It's done and gone. And the future isn't here yet. So, no reason to worry about that and focus on it. We have to be in the present. We have to be in this moment. In this moment. And if you ever feel like you're drifting, one thing that will bring you immediately to the present, to the moment, is gratitude. Gratitude. Because when we say, I am so grateful for blah, blah, blah. It's not something that happened 10 years ago. It's not something that is good in the future that hasn't happened. It's something that's going on right now. So that brings us right to the present. And the other card I got for you says, cherishing self. I accept and love myself. So I feel like you need to show yourself more unconditional love. Make sure you're filling that cup before you are sharing it with anybody else. Because if you don't, then that cup is going to run dry. And, then you're going to have a whole other set of emotions that's going to set in. So just make sure that you are filling yourself with everything that you need before you are giving it away. Okay. Okay, let's see. Samir. Oh, that card just flipped right over too. And this is Archangel Sandalphon, Divine Guidance. Good night, Richard. Have a great night at work. And it says, the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. So, divine guidance. Is there something that you are looking for, Samir, that you feel like you just haven't quite found? Maybe it's something, with a career. Maybe it's something regarding your spiritual beliefs. Whatever it is, you are being divinely guided. So know that for sure. And maybe find a different way to get to that place. consider an alternative approach. So maybe what you're doing isn't quite working for you, or maybe it's just not panning out the way you want it to. So maybe you need to look at it differently and take a different approach. I hope that makes sense for you. And the other card I got for you, Samir, is healing the past. And we've been talking a lot about healing the past, letting go of that stuff that, no longer is for us anymore. And it says, I step into my future with strength and clarity. And yes, stepping into your future with strength and clarity, but you have to get rid of the stuff that isn't helping you anymore. Any old wounds, any old issues, any old feelings, situations where you felt you were hurt by someone else. You have to heal all of that so that you don't carry that forward with you. Hi, Melissa. Okay, Richard. I should have done yours first, but I'm sorry. But here it is. It wasn't supposed to be first. Oh, that's a good one. Now, I will say this one deck, these the tarot card ones, it's a huge deck. It takes a minute to shuffle. A lot of cards in here. Okay, so you've got the Knight of Gabriel. Confident, enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. And I can't tell you how many times that word courageous has come up in your readings and messages. And it says, time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. And you do because you follow your intuition, Richard. And, what is courage? And what does it mean to be brave? It's doing that thing that you fear, even though you fear it. I just had this conversation with my 5-year-old granddaughter the other day. There was something she wanted to do, but she was scared. And I told her that she, to be courageous and to be brave. I said, you just face that fear. And once you do it, then you're not afraid anymore. And she did, and she was real excited because she had a lot of fun. So once we can get past that within ourselves, with whatever wall we might have put up, with whatever things we've told ourselves that have created fear around something, we have to clear that away. So it's time to take action, Fire Horse. Great passion, Fire Horse. Look at these cards, are really pretty cool. So you know what to do, Richard. Full steam ahead for you. And the other card I got for you is opening to love. My heart is open. You have to keep your heart open like a revolving door, letting the love in and letting the love out. Any kind of blockage is, you might think, sometimes people will be hurt in a relationship and they'll be like, I'm not going through this anymore. And they put up that wall so that they don't let anyone in. But you don't realize that you're not letting anything get out either. So you're really hurting yourself by doing that. Not saying that's what you're doing, Richard, but that just came to me and I needed to say that for someone. So, so just keep your heart open. You can work on strengthening and opening the heart chakra even more. There's meditations for that. You can just do visualization, for that too. So I hope that resonates with you. Okay, let's see, Robin. I think I did that one. Robin. Okay, Robin. Yours is the Three of Gabriel. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So I feel like, the last year, maybe even 2, or could be more, you've been making these plans. You've been focusing on exactly what you want. And now it's all moving into the active phase, right? It's moving into the abundance is coming. The abundance is coming. Stay optimistic because everything happens in divine time. We know that, even though we don't like that. But all these things you have been working on, I see, and planting, I see them coming to fruition this year. So I hope that makes sense for you, Robin. Now let's see what your other card is. Receiving from angels. Ooh. And it says, shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. And they do. Look at that's you right there. That's you right there. And, the angels just wrapping their wings around you, comforting you, cheering you on, telling you, way to go, Robin. You're doing everything that you need to be doing. So remember, as you know, but in case someone else doesn't, we have a whole team of angels on the other side, among others. We have guides, we have our ancestors, we have all these loved ones, and we have this whole army on the other side that is helping us, that is guiding us, that is rooting for us. And when we have an achievement or score, what I was seeing was somebody getting a strike at the bowling alley. They are just ecstatic. They're over there jumping for joy because they are so happy for us. Okay. Patty. So has anybody else had that head pressure? This morning, mine was just from the top half of my head. But this evening, when it started from the bottom, from my shoulders all the way up. Robin said, "Wonderful message for me. Thank you. I love and appreciate you. I love and appreciate you." And Patty, I said, okay. Ooh, Patty. Change your life. I know this card came up already, but I feel like you are making so many changes. Dizzy spells for Robin. Oof, that's not good. Hopefully they're short and they don't get super bad. I don't like being dizzy. But it says to change your life. And I know you're making lots of changes in your life. And it's very exciting. I know there's more changes that you want to make, but it says a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. Oh, that is so awesome. And when you embrace those opportunities, it might be one thing, but then it ripples out. And there's that ripple effect of how many other things get changed because of that one decision that you made. And, that's like a really beautiful thing when you can see that happen. You change this one thing in your life and the ripple effect caused all these other amazing changes. And I do feel like there's some information that is going to come to you, be revealed to you, that is going to be a real eye-opener for you. And the number on this card is 16. And the other card I got for you is manifesting dreams. Manifesting dreams. Now, how cool is that? My dreams are coming true. Yes. And this is a very powerful time for manifesting. Very powerful. So, focus, clear intention on what it is that you want to manifest. And then just sit back and watch it. Don't, when you're manifesting, don't focus on how it's going to come to you. Because a lot of times, what we want will come a totally different route. You don't want to limit it. You don't want to limit yourself at all. So don't worry about how it comes to you, when it comes to you, what has to happen for it to come to you. Just focus on it and put out those intentions, and it will manifest. Alrighty. Kim. What do we have for Kim? Are you tired, Kim? I just wanted to yawn as soon as I said your name. Oh. Oh, we got a different one. This is the 10 of Ariel. There is so very much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement. A rich and rewarding family life. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I feel like your life has been very abundant, but I feel like even more abundance is coming your way. And it doesn't have to be, just financial. It could be, a new dog. That would be quite abundant in your life. I know you love dogs. It could be, come to you in many different ways. It could be a garden, and now you have an abundance of, wonderfully grown fruits or vegetables. So abundance comes to us in many different ways. So, don't limit it. Don't try to direct it. Just let it flow. And the other card I got for you, Kim, is the same one that I forget who it was. Somebody got this one. Receiving from angels. I think it was Robin. Shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. So pretty. If you're ever feeling kind of lonely or like you just need a hug, just sit there with your eyes closed and ask, Archangel Michael, let me feel your presence. Give me a hug. Comfort me. You will feel it. You will absolutely feel it. I have had those hugs before. Sometimes it's been angels. There was one time that I had a hug like that from my mom. And it's very comforting. Very comforting. Just to feel that. You feel the warmth. You feel the peace. You feel like safe. Kind of like, I don't want to say when you were a kid because I don't really know about your upbringing. Maybe you didn't feel safe as a kid. But safe when you were with the person that you loved, that maybe took care of you or that you felt safe with. Okay. Maureen. Now, I have Jill and I have Melissa after Maureen. So, if I didn't give you a message and I didn't call your name, then please drop it in the chat. I might have missed some. Sometimes the messages go right by. Okay, this is for Maureen. 8 of Michael. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. Okay, Maureen, you have made a choice to make huge, huge changes. And just the act of making the decision to change. That's very courageous, right? But then not only did you do that, but then you implemented it. You took action. Um, you know, you packed up and moved quite a ways from where you lived. Totally different environment. Um, and it was exactly what you needed. Exactly what you needed. And I know you've retired, and I think that's given you a nice sense of freedom. But I think that all the stuff you've been carrying around on your shoulders for so long, I feel like it's loosening up. I don't feel like it's gone, but I feel like it's loosening up. And when it is gone, you're going to experience a freedom like you've probably never felt before. Because carrying all that weight around, that emotional baggage, is exhausting. Um, so when all that is lifted, I feel like, you're going to feel so free, and it's going to just create such a wonderful new energy for you. Oh, and the other card I got for you is planting seeds. And this is, to me, is always a fun card because it says, seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. How many seeds have you planted in the last year? A lot of them. And now they are starting to sprout and come to fruition. Not talking about a physical garden, but, in your spiritual, emotional, a lot of things, seeds that you have planted, affirmations that you have put out there, manifesting that you have been doing. And now it's all coming to fruition for you. So that is super, 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 super exciting. Laura. Okay. Let's see what we have for Laura. Now, Laura's show, Angels and Healing, like I said, is Tuesdays. She gives beautiful messages. She has such a warm, nurturing kind of energy. Laura. Ooh, Laura. Okay, you also got the 10 of Ariel. This is the same one, I think that, this is the one that Kim got. There is so very much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement. A rich and rewarding family life. And I feel like, a lot of abundance is coming into your life as well. A lot of things that you've been working on, a lot of things that you have been doing are starting to come together. And I know what an exciting feeling that is. I have many unfinished projects. So I know how that is. But I feel like it's all coming together for you. And I feel like you're going to have so much success with your new endeavors. I feel like you're going to have so much abundance because of them. And I feel like it's going to really, set you up for some more really good stuff. The other card I got for you, launching your journey, because this is a new journey that you're going on. Absolutely. With your book or books and your cards. That's totally unknown territory, right? Totally, new territory for you. I am an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. Yes, you are. And where are you going to end up? What is your destination? Probably the completed projects. That's always good. But I feel like this is going to, you're really starting to tap into more of your gifts that maybe, until the last few years when you started, that you didn't even know you had. but it really helps with your creativity. It helps that to flow. And this is really interesting, but I have read that if you're feeling creatively stuck, get out a coloring book and crayons. That when you color in a coloring book like that, that it that it that it helps to unblock your creativity if you're feeling blocked or stifled or anything. So that works for anybody. It just helps get the creative juices flowing. So if anybody is feeling stuck like that, get out a coloring book and crayons and see if it makes a difference. Oh, I did Maureen already. Jill. Oops, that one's backwards. Jill. Okay. You got the 6 of Michael. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. And you did. You just relocated. How cool. You just relocated, but it says it's the light at the end of the tunnel. And I think you getting to your destination was that light at the end of the tunnel for you. And you made it. You made it through, and you were in a much better place. I feel like you are breathing a sigh of relief, and now it's time to make new plans. Not plans to move, but new plans. What are some other things that you would like to do? Maybe you and Roy want to take a trip. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to go and do volunteer work somewhere. Just really go inside and see what it is that you really desire, what will really adds to your happiness and joy. And the other card I got for you is hearing messages from spirit. Hearing messages from spirit. I am a clear channel for messages from spirit. And one thing is, if there's all this chatter and chaos going on around you, it's hard for you to hear the messages. Go into that quiet place, within you. Meditate. Just sit in the quiet. Sit in nature. Close your eyes and just let the information come to you. Because I feel like there are a lot of messages coming to you. And you don't want to miss out on those. Okay, Melissa. What do we have for Melissa? And Melissa's show is Friday. Joyful Findings. And Robin's was last night. Did you guys catch her show? She had a great show. Robin's Cosmic Soul Food. Okay, Melissa, what do we have for you? Okay, I got one. Let's get the other card. Okay, the first card I got for you is the 10 of Raphael. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. Happily ever after. How nice. Not that, our life isn't a fairy tale, but we choose our happiness. We choose whether we want to be happy or not. And your life is filled with love and blessings and so many people that love you on this side and on the other side. And if there's been any issues with any family members, maybe communication issues or anything. Everything is working itself out. Laura says, thank you, Ruth, for the positive comments and messages. I have the anniversary edition 64 count Crayola crayons with sharpener, so I will try coloring for creativity. Awesome. Hello, Linnell. Well, that is awesome. Okay, and the other card, Melissa, is savoring pleasure. And it says, I fully embrace bliss in my life. Yes. Look at that bathtub. That looks nice with all those bubbles. So, what things bring you that joy? I know you talk about joy all the time. And you have very joyful, colorful energy. Very joyful and colorful. So just keep on embracing the bliss in your life. And you might just find that there's even more. There's even more that you didn't expect. Jill says, great cards, thank you. Amazing show. Have another light at the end of the tunnel coming. Awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so that was Melissa. And now we have Linnell. Glad you made it, Linnell. Ooh, what's this? This is going to be good. I haven't seen this card before. Okay, the first card I got for you is the Five of Ariel. And it says, you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. Oh, yeah. We know that. Oh, thanks, Linnell. I'm glad. Yes, it was a wonderful chat the other day, and I thought about you all day long. All day you were just right there. But no, you don't have to go through anything alone. You have people on this side that love you, that you can turn to, and you have a whole crew of people on the other side. So you just, whatever you need, you ask them. They can't just intercede. You have to actually ask for their help, but that's what they're there for. And they're so close. And if you have any negative thoughts that drift in, just kick them on out and replace them with a positive thought. Because it's very true that our negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. Things that we think about ourselves in a negative way, once that doubt gets in, it just gets exacerbated. Working on the out loud part now. That always helps. That's awesome. You are welcome, Melissa. And cultivating prosperity, Linnell. Cultivating prosperity is the other card I got for you. And it says, the abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. So true. So much abundance around you and within you. And that's so exciting. That is so exciting. You've put out there exactly what your intentions are, what you want, and you can see how a lot of that is coming to you now. You've been doing a lot of healing work, letting go of the old stuff so that this new amazing energy can move in. Awesome. So, for all your hard work, your reward is going to be that you're going to be manifesting. You're going to be prosperous with all of the things that you desire. So I hope that resonates with you, Linnell. Okay, Tiffany. I got the Six of Raphael for you. Embrace your inner child. New friends or rekindled relationships. Children or childhood. And this is really interesting because I have had this inner child stuff come up for me, my own, and I've seen this happening with other people lately. You know, different things from their childhood popping up. Maybe it's something that, needs to be healed, or maybe it's a really happy memory that you need to revisit. When we revisit those happy memories, it just brings us joy. And the other card I got for you, Tiffany, is starting fresh. A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. I wonder if that is a new project, maybe. Starting fresh. So it's not starting over, but I feel like there's some new things coming from you. So I hope that resonates with you, Tiffany. Linnell says that she got 2 of her wind chimes up. Oh, those things are so nice. I have a set of really nice wind chimes on my porch. And well, when the wind is blowing, because they'll get kind of loud, but they're just so nice and, enjoyable. I have wind chimes that I hang inside, even that's not by a window, just because they're pretty and I like them. And I used to have a hummingbird one. They were little glass hummingbirds. But, over the years, sometimes things can get broken or misplaced. You're welcome, Tiffany. I love you too. So that stuff does happen, Sometimes it's unfortunate, but a lot of times something better just comes along, Let's see. I'm going to pull one last card for everyone. Pooja, let me just pull a card for you. I still got a couple minutes. It's nice to see you, Pooja. Okay, your card is, the number is 21. To me, that's a really good number. Well, 21 is an odd number, and then you add them together and you get 3, which is a fantastic number. And it says the world, Archangel Michael. A very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. The world is there. The world, meaning everything. Everything is right there for you to discover. It's right there for you to enjoy. It's right there for you to I feel like things maybe that you've been searching for are starting to come together. Things are coming full circle for you. The other card I got for you is opening to love. My heart is open. You have to keep that heart open. You have to allow the love in and the love out. So make sure you're keeping that heart open and always sending out lots and lots of love, because what you send out is going to be returned, like massively more than what you send out. Linnell says, they rock my soul. One, I'm repairing the hang wind catcher part. It's my biggest set. So incredible they are. They really are. Wind chimes are awesome. I want to thank everyone for being here. I am very grateful for each and every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful week and have lots of fun stuff to report next week of what's going on. You're welcome, Pooja. You guys all, take care. Be at peace. Don't worry about the chaos. Just look inward. I love you all. Good night, everybody.